get started here for this first quarter conversation.
I love this.
Put Josh.
You better put Josh up there. I would put him in front of Lamar the way he's playing.
Okay,
right
now. That's fair.
All right, we going Mahomes?
Yeah, let's go Mahomes.
Next.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty easy.
right.
That was easy.
Oh,
Was it easy?
felt easy at the time. Well, listen,
No,
Josh,
no. You're not going to get off the hook with
Josh played his butt off, and look, he's won. We got robbed again.
We?
Yeah, we. It's not lost to me the fact that it's two black people on the set. Like, we? What you mean, we?
As NFL fans,
You French?
As NFL,
I didn't know we were French.
hold on, let me finish this. As NFL fans, we got robbed by another chance to see more Josh Allen in that game. If the kicker makes the field goal, we're going into overtime.
First of all, most of America don't give a damn about no Josh Allen, especially the way you, Chris Collinsworth, Tony Romo, Dan Orlovsky, the way you dudes be slobbering on this man like y'all doing an exhibition for Pornhub. We don't care about Josh Allen. And secondly, what? Do you realize it was like a minute and a half left and they were going to give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes? Are you telling me the Chiefs wouldn't be able to drive 30 yards to kick a field goal, bruh? Shut up, man!
So I go back to that 13-second game where they changed the overtime rules because of that game, because Josh didn't get a chance to do that. But
Oh, wait a minute. He's right. The NFL has literally changed rules for this dude to win games. What?
look, those rankings right there, I mean, you could change them.
MVP both in Super Bowls and the regular season.
I think Mahomes has the better team. That's why.
What in the hell are we watching? Mahomes had the worst receiving core in the entire NFL. It's not even close. Josh Allen's run game carried that team after Joe Brady took over. What are we doing here? Why is Josh Allen getting credit for bringing this team as far as they have been? That team has been scheming for Josh Allen not to lose games. He's probably had 1 or 2 Josh Allen games in like the last 2 months, bro. Better team!
But pure quarterback play, I think Josh Allen is better.
No, you're not going to get me going viral. You're not getting me going viral on that. That came from Shaun O'Hara. That did not come from Bucky Brook. No.
You can't argue that the Chiefs have a better defense right now.
I mean, they do have a better defense.
Better tight end, better running back, better offensive line. So, look, Mahomes, this is not a disrespect on Mahomes. Look, I mean, if Josh Allen, it's 1A and 1B right there. Like I said, you can, alternate them week to week, but Chiefs have the better team. Mahomes has the better team. Josh Allen, he's still looking for some help. Can I get somebody to catch the ball? Can I get somebody to make the field goal?
So in that final drive for the Buffalo Bills that set up the missed field goal, he didn't overthrow. He didn't try to make hero plays and press the ball down the field and then miss.
Oh, he pressed the ball. He threw a 70-yard bomb to Stephon Diggs, who should have caught the ball. You get paid to catch the ball. Stephon had 3 catches for 21 yards.
They went so far just trying to take the blame off their savior that they just placed blame on the nearest black man. You just said the Chiefs' defense is better than the Bills. Don't the Chiefs have an all-pro corner? Trent McDuffie? Did we see him lock up Tyreek? Oh, okay. And y'all keep trying to convince me that tribalism isn't in play as it pertains to the national media and how they decide to cover these different quarterbacks in the National Football League. That clip that we just watched was one of the latest examples of the extreme and disgusting levels that these guys will go through to prop up the players that they truly like, whether it be for football reasons or personal reasons, or to make excuses for these very same guys. Josh Allen and the love for Josh Allen and whether or not it's deserved is the focus of this conversation, because this is a player that, while many may not want to admit, Josh Allen and Dak Prescott are much, much more closer than you think in the QB rankings. I'll explain. Let's get right into this. All right, so first things first, we're going to take a look at some of Joshy's statistics before I actually riff on this particular subject. Let's take a look at Josh Allen's playoff record, because this is the most important thing, right? We know he hasn't won an MVP or anything else like that, but he does go to the playoffs, and he goes to the playoffs a lot. In fact, he has a playoff record of 5-5. Now, on the surface, that sounds pretty good. It would inspire some confidence if you're an onlooker, until you realize, are his wins in the playoffs, should they even count? Are they really that impressive? hang with me. If you could take a look here of Josh Allen's complete game log in the playoffs throughout his entire career, and it started pretty much in 2020. He made his first playoff appearance in 2020, losing to the Houston Texans, and then the next game, he beat the Indianapolis Colts. That was his first playoff win. Here's the thing. The Colts were being led by Philip Rivers and a not even first year head coach, a lame duck first 6 weeks of the season, first 8 weeks, first half year head coach that was fresh off of the ESPN set in Jeff Saturday. I guess, congratulations, you beat the Colts being led by an ESPN analyst and Philip Rivers in literally his last year in the NFL, which we know what that Philip Rivers was about. All right, then we look at his second playoff victory, and this actually happened against Baltimore. This was a nice little playoff run that he went on in which he made it to his only AFC championship. Who do you think he beat playing in Baltimore? Yes, actually, this one was probably the one legitimate win I will give Josh Allen. If you want to give him the Philip Rivers win, fine. That does not change the overall point that I'm about to make here. Lamar Jackson was the victim of Josh Allen's second playoff victory en route to his first appearance in the AFC Championship game, in which he lost to Patrick Mahomes. Okay, that's 1-0 for Patrick Mahomes against Josh Allen, and so far, if we're looking at his wins, one of them is, I guess, good against Lamar Jackson, and the other one against Philip Rivers and Jeff Saturday, you're supposed to win that one, right? The next game that Josh Allen won was against New England in the 2022 playoffs, and guess who the New England quarterback was at that time? You guessed it, none other than Mac Jones, the guy that is not going to have a job in the NFL next season as a starting quarterback, and I believe this was actually his rookie season as well, which makes it even more kind of suspect of a win for Josh Allen. Was this really impressive? We've all seen what the Patriots have looked like post Tom Brady. Was this really a good playoff win? You let me know down in the comments below. And then we take a look at his next playoff victory, and this was against the Miami Dolphins. This was against the Miami Dolphins just last year in the wild card round. Why is this not a good playoff win? Well, if you remember, they had Skylar Thompson, their third string quarterback. They had their third string quarterback starting in that game for the Miami Dolphins. Congratulations, you beat Skylar Thompson, bro. And then they had one more playoff win, and this was against the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. And who do you think was their starting quarterback when they got beat? Oh, I'll tell you, Mason Rudolph. That wasn't even the Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterback at the beginning of the season. Mason Rudolph, a team that has had no offensive explosiveness, a team that honestly was not a threat, and it seems like kind of got in just based off of some mathematical gymnastics. But Mason Rudolph was the other quarterback that Josh Allen beat. So out of all of those quarterbacks that he beat, the only guy that is still going to be a starter next season or still in the NFL is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the only win out of all those wins that Josh Allen gets any credit for. And what's even more suspect is if you actually take a look at how Josh Allen performs in the playoffs, it's really not all that great, to be quite honest. Josh Allen has had 4 games in which he posted over 100 quarterback rating. Now, given those games were excellent games. One of them was 157.6 against the Patriots and Mac Jones. The other one was 121.6 against the Colts and Philip Rivers and Jeff Saturday. Again, that was the same season the Cowboys made like a 20 or 30 point comeback or something like that crazy, right? So that Colts team, not all that impressive, right? And then 121.9 against Pittsburgh this season. And then he did have a good game against Kansas City the year that they did lose to them. So that was a good game by Josh Allen. Not going to take that from him, but by all measures, every other game by Josh Allen was pretty pedestrian, and he looked like he probably played a pretty huge part in them losing said games. If we're going to criticize guys like Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson was 1-3 before coming into the playoffs this year, if we're going to criticize these guys, and these dudes never get the benefit of the doubt. You never hear anyone talk about, it's just bound to happen at some point. It's just when Josh Allen's going to break through. It's not about if he can break through. And all the other questions about a Lamar Jackson, about a Dak Prescott, about these guys are all about whether or not they can. Not when, if they even can. Josh Allen hasn't proven anything in the National Football League that should give anybody this level of reverence for him, this level of preference over a multiple-time Super Bowl champion. Let me go ahead and move myself out the way real quick. So you can actually see here the direct comparison between Patrick Mahomes and Joshua Allen. And what does it look like? The direct comparison, it's not even close. Okay, Josh Allen's 3-1 in the regular season. Y'all killed Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, and these other guys for being regular season warriors, but he's 0-3 versus Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, including in a year in which Patrick Mahomes had a receiving core that had the most drops in the National Football League. And literally every quarterback category, Patrick Mahomes is beating Josh Allen in. The only thing that Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes at is being a running back. And this is a reoccurring theme here, as we see these quarterbacks who put up okay quarterback numbers get all of this love and all of this appreciation for being able to do a different job better than they can actually do their primary job. And that's what we see with Josh Allen. And it's just funny to me that a lot of you guys tried to convince me that tribalism wasn't a factor, that I shouldn't involve race when we're talking about sports. And my only response to that is race, culture, how people look, tribalism, sectionalism, whatever you want to call it, that stuff will always be a factor in any facet of life, whether it be consciously or subconsciously. That is going to be a factor. People are going to be more naturally drawn to and allegiant to people that look like themselves, people that they resonate with on a cultural level, on an ethnic level, whatever it may be. That is just a natural fact of human life. All I'm saying here, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Josh Allen being these guys' favorite quarterback, but there is something wrong when you're hired to be objective, and you're hired to be an analyst, and you're hired to teach people about the game, and you're hired to evaluate these players with objective eyes, and you're on national television still trying to hold on and give Josh Allen some type of weird boost over a guy that has established himself as already probably a top 5 quarterback in NFL history, and he's very quickly rising into that top 3, I'm sure, on most people's lists. Patrick Mahomes is without a doubt the best quarterback of this generation. This playoff run for Patrick Mahomes is solidifying that more than anything. Instead of talking about how great Patrick Mahomes was and how much of an impact and game changer he is, and how you can't give Patrick Mahomes another chance, another opportunity, we hear excuses for a player like Josh Allen. We hear excuses for him looking off his number 1 option that could have gotten him a first down so he can extend that drive and really put the squeeze on Kansas City and put them in a situation to where they may not have any timeouts, and the Bills could still have 4 more plays to try to score a touchdown to actually win that game. We've seen him do these things, and yet all we've heard are excuses when we would have seen other guys get absolutely skewered for these exact things. At this point, my mind has just been relegated to the fact that they're cheering for Josh Allen because he's a big athletic white guy and they want him to do well. And that's just my 2 cents. Take it away, Pastor.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.